Most MPVs have 7 seats, but the third row is usually pretty cramped. What if you really need room for 7 or even more? That's where a car like the Citroën SpaceTourer comes in. There's lots of head and legroom in all 3 rows and room for 8. So, an ideal car for big families, but does it also make an ideal big family tow car?
For a car of this size, it's just under 5 metres long, the Citroën is relatively light, with a curb weight of 1,672 kilograms, including 75 kilos for the driver. We've matched it to a Swift Expression 646 with a mass in running order of 1,453 kilos.
For the most part, the Citroën is stable. It feels secure in still air, only starting to move around a bit in a strong crosswind. However, there is some pitching on a bumpy country road.
In the lane change test, the Citroën proved more able than you might expect. The long wheelbase seems to help this big MPV stay firmly in control when changing direction in a hurry, with no sense that the Caravan is pushing and shoving at the back of the car.
The 2-litre diesel engine has 273 pounds-feet of torque. That's enough for a respectable turn of speed while towing. At the test track, the SpaceTourer pulled the Swift from 30 to 60 miles per hour in 13.7 seconds.
So, it tows well and better than you might expect for an MPV that's based on a commercial vehicle. But the SpaceTourer's big selling point isn't the way it tows, it's the huge interior. It really is enormous. Even in the optional third row, there's room for adults to travel in comfort. Those in the second row have even more room to stretch out. Up front, the driver sits high up but still has plenty of headroom. The boot capacity isn't as impressive if the rear bench is all the way back, but both the second and third rows slide back and forth to juggle passenger space and luggage room. The seats can be folded down or removed completely, although they are heavy, and you'll need to find somewhere to store them.
Plenty of MPVs are better to drive than the SpaceTourer and more affordable to buy. But if space in all 3 rows is your priority, it's hard to argue with the Citroën's cavernous cabin. It's also a capable and stable tow car.